Philodendron White Wizard vs. White Knight. Picking a favorite between the White Wizard and White Knight is like picking a favorite royal sibling. The White Wizard boasts larger, more heart-shaped leaves, each splashed with creamy white variegation that seems to glow. It thrives in bright, indirect light, putting on a mesmerizing display. Philodendron White Knight, on the other hand, is a subtler charmer. Its leaves are smaller and more elongated, with a delicate white variegation that seems to shimmer. It needs slightly less light than the wizard, making it a touch easier to care for. See more 623 species in genus Philodendron at monsteraholic.com. Philodendron White Wizard vs. White Princess. Both the White Wizard and the White Princess are stunning, but in entirely different ways. The wizard, as I mentioned, has large, glossy leaves with bold variegation. It feels substantial and almost regal in its presence. Philodendron White Princess, however, is a textural delight. Its leaves are a matte white with emerald green speckles, creating a uniquely frosted appearance. They're also much thinner and more delicate than the wizard's, adding a touch of whimsy to any space. So, are you drawn to the bold and substantial, or the light and whimsical? How to care for Philodendron White Wizard. The Philodendron White Wizard is a beautiful climbing plant known for its stunning white variegated leaves. Here's a guide to caring for it and keeping it thriving. Light. Bright, indirect light. This is crucial for the White Wizard to maintain its variegation. Avoid harsh direct sunlight, especially during the afternoon, as it can scorch the leaves. A north or east-facing window with filtered light is ideal. It can tolerate lower light conditions, but the variegation might become less pronounced and growth might be slower. Watering. Water when consistently moist, but not soggy. The White Wizard prefers consistently moist soil, but not waterlogged. Overwatering is a major cause of root rot. Here's a good approach. Check the soil moisture regularly. Stick your finger into the top inch of soil. If it feels dry to the touch, it's time to water. Water deeply when watering, allowing excess water to drain freely from the drainage holes. Avoid leaving the plants sitting in water. Humidity. Moderate to high humidity is preferred, while not strictly required. The White Wizard benefits from moderate to high humidity levels, around 50% or more. Here are some ways to increase humidity. Use a pebble tray filled with water placed under the pot. Ensure the pot sits above the water level. Group plants together to create a humid microclimate. Run a humidifier near your plant. Mist the leaves occasionally with filtered or distilled water. Avoid excessive misting, which can encourage fungal diseases. Temperature. Warm temperatures. Aim for a warm temperature range between 65 degrees Fahrenheit and 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 18 degrees Celsius and 30 degrees Celsius. Protect your White Wizard from cold drafts and sudden temperature fluctuations. Soil. Well-draining potting mix. Use a well-draining potting mix that allows for good aeration. Here are two options. Aroid mix. A commercially available aroid mix is a good choice, specifically formulated for plants like philodendrons. DIY mix. Create your own mix using equal parts potting soil, perlite, and orchid bark. This will provide good drainage and aeration. Fertilizing. Light feeding. The White Wizard is not a heavy feeder. You can fertilize it monthly during spring and summer with a diluted balanced fertilizer or a fertilizer specifically formulated for aroids. However, fertilizing is not essential for healthy growth. Support. Climbing plant. In its natural habitat, the White Wizard climbs. Providing a moss pole or trellis will encourage aerial root growth and allow your plant to climb, creating a beautiful vining effect. Additional tips. Wipe the leaves occasionally with a damp cloth to remove dust and improve light absorption. Repot only when the roots outgrow the current container. Choose a pot with drainage holes slightly larger than the root ball. The White Wizard can be sensitive to chemicals in tap water. Use filtered or rainwater whenever possible. Brown leaf tips can be a sign of low humidity, underwatering, or mineral buildup from tap water. How to propagate White Wizard Philodendron. Propagating a White Wizard Philodendron can be done through stem cuttings. Here's a step-by-step guide. Choose a healthy stem. Select a stem with at least one node and a few healthy leaves. Make the cut, using a clean, sharp knife or scissors, cut just below a node. Ensure the cutting is about 4 to 6 inches long. Prepare the cutting, remove the lower leaves, leaving at least 1 or 2 leaves at the top. Optional rooting hormone, dip the cut end in rooting hormone to encourage faster root development. Plant the cutting, place the cutting in a pot with a well-draining mix, such as a blend of perlite, orchid bark, and potting soil. Alternatively, you can place the cutting in water to root before planting it in soil. Create humidity, cover the pot with a plastic bag or use a propagation dome to maintain high humidity. Provide proper care, place the pot in a location with bright, indirect light. Keep the soil or water moist but not waterlogged. Wait for roots. Roots should develop in a few weeks. Once the roots are a few inches long, you can transplant the cutting into a larger pot with a suitable potting mix. How big does a philodendron white wizard get? The philodendron white wizard can grow quite large if given the proper care. Its vine-like stems can reach up to 10 feet or more in length indoors, while its leaves can grow up to 8 to 12 inches long. Regular pruning can help manage its size and shape, making it suitable for indoor spaces. Is philodendron white wizard rare? Yes, the philodendron white wizard is considered a rare and sought-after plant. Its rarity is due to its unique variegated foliage, which features striking white and green patterns, as well as its limited availability in the market. The plant's slower growth rate and specific care requirements also contribute to its rarity and higher price among collectors and plant enthusiasts.